Alright, yes, welcome back to another video by Gamer J. In this episode, we're going to take a quick look at the state of our free-to-play Magic the Gathering Arena account. We have set goals for September to reach Gold tier in Limited and Platinum in Construct. We see at the end of the month of August, we reached Bronze tier in Limited and Gold tier in Constructed. Actually Gold tier 4, which is better than I thought that I had was going to be able to finish. I honestly figured I'd be at Gold tier 1. I guess I was able to get a few decent games in at the end, mostly just for casual play and to push my experience level. Nothing, and to see what was out there for competition. So as our rewards, we got some gold and a few packs, and we also got, I don't know, I guess this is, it's cosmetic art for Blood for Bones. It's a cool thing. It's a good card in 20 that I'll probably get some decent use out of. Hopefully I'll see that in some of the limited play and be able to get awesome out of it. Alright, limited placement. So I went from limited placement Bronze tier 1, or limited ranking of Bronze tier 1 to limited placement of Bronze tier 3. So I was promoted there and dropped all the way down to Bronze tier 1 in Constructed. But I don't think it'll be too much of a challenge to at least get back up to Gold. That's why our goal is Platinum, to give ourselves a bit of a challenge there. I don't know, that might be setting the bar low, it might be setting the bar high, because you can lose rank once you're in Gold. So, we do have a challenge with rank Constructed due to a limited collection that we only begun in the last few days of July. I mean, we started the account, which is also when I started playing Magic the Gathering Arena. I don't have another account. I do refer to this as my free-to-play account, but it is my only account. I have the option to not play free-to-play, so I remind myself as much as anyone else, frankly, that this is a free-to-play account, because I am tempted to go beyond that, which is why I wanted to set some goals for September, so that I can say, yes, I got through September. And now that we've done that, let's stop playing free-to-play and go somewhere else. If I go that way, I don't know. I still enjoy the aspects of the challenge of free-to-play. So that's where we're at. So we do have 1 month of relatively casual play under our belt at this point. So the last few days of July, I mentioned those to be very transparent about the account, but really the month of August is where I played, right? I mess around with playing. I've already forgotten the tutorial personality's name, but the pixie dust, floaty girl voice that helps you with your first few games and allows you to play against her in casual to get practice in. That was my first couple of days, so not really much. Although, granted, you get an awful lot in those first few days for free for cards, and I'm pretty impressed with that. So, moving forward here, going towards actually getting some games played, still talking about the state of the account and where we're headed. I do lean heavily towards blue control as a personal choice. I did end up being able to draft a Mu Yanling early on in my account, so it helped me continue in my preference towards blue. I also have a couple of other cool rares for blue and M20 that allows me to steal permanents from my opponent, which have been how I have won several games with my mono blue deck. But red is perhaps the best option for casual ability to rank up in Constructed. So I'm going to keep an eye towards that and see if that's the direction that I end up wanting to go, just to meet my free-to-play goals for ranking. You know, even if I do that, I'm not going to abandon blue. It's just, I will never abandon blue. I may put it on a shelf for a little while to join the meta, which is the most effective tactics available. That's what meta actually is. META, most efficient tactics available. It existed as a term before gaming popularized it, particularly role-play gaming popularized it in different meanings of what meta is. So if the most efficient tactic available for me to rank up is mono red, then I will use that to meet my goals. And then once I feel like my goals are met, or I'm in a good space, or it's not going to happen with mono red, and it's a waste of time to do that, and that's not actually my meta, then I'll go back to something with blue in it. So I enjoy blue a lot, and I will not abandon it. But please, you know, if you want to see me do something other than blue or red, for, you know, this is what I want to see you rank up as. Feel free to challenge me, or, you know, say you're watching this also trying to play free to play, but you have a pool of, you know, white that you really want to use. You know, I can probably be convinced to say, all right, well, I you know, there isn't a single color that I don't like, so you know, I'd be happy to you know, go on and take one white, but it has to be early on, right? You know, as I progress in, I'm not going to necessarily be able to build towards the best white deck if I've already started with blue and or red, right? So again, let me know in the comments if you have a preference for what we should move toward for our constructed deck. We are going to concentrate on as much limited as possible early on. We're looking at this Omniscience draft. We're going to start there. This is to improve at the format overall. The best that we've done so far is 2 wins, 3 losses. I have yet to hit 3 wins in a draft, which really upsets me because it is my preferred way of playing. It's the only way that I played for a long time. You know, I sold my collection, but I continued to play Magic for a while, but I only played in drafts. And I performed pretty well, I felt. I mean, that's at a local level, though. In a gaming area, you know, but still, you know, performing well at a local game shop isn't quite the same as stepping it up to an international community. Yeah, I still enjoy it. And I really want to get 3 wins. That's an extra. That's a bonus goal. I don't see how I can possibly get to gold rank in limited if I don't, you know, start winning more. So, but maybe all I have to do is play, because you know, I think that you don't actually lose rank from losses in limited, or I mean in either limited or constructed, until after you reach gold tier. So it could just be a matter of just getting enough games in, you know, win, lose, or draw kind of a deal, but certainly winning more will get me there faster. So, you know, another reason for focusing on limited early on is to help progress, you know, like I was mentioning, to the gold tier goal. But mostly, you know, I think the most important reason to concentrate on limited early is to increase and expand our collection for the constructed rank play, and influence what deck we favor to rank up with on that end. So, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm going to draft just for wherever I'm headed for ranked, or for limited. I won't just draft for, oh, this is what I want for constructed, but I will be mindful of it, as I feel like I have to be, particularly on a free-to-play account. I can't, well, I can just ignore it entirely, but given my limited knowledge with the cards right now, It's just not the best move for me to rely on being able to draft really well and win when I, pass up what would be really awesome in my constructed deck because there's a better pick for the draft. Might not be the most efficient way for me with my skill levels and my knowledge of the cards right now to, advance all of my goals. So it'll be a consideration. Unless I find that all of a sudden I just click and I can do amazing and limited, or at least get to the break-even point, which I think is 7 wins, maybe 6 wins, whatever the win point is, to actually have enough crystals to buy right back in and do another one. At that point, then I'm focused on limited because I'm gonna be rolling through and expanding my collection better that way. Anyway, but I'm not there. I'm getting 2 wins. Even trying to be, better at limited, I'm not getting there. So I have to be mindful of my constructed goals when drafting. Alright, all that said, we are ready to start off with this special Omniscience draft. Did a little bit of reading up on the event as a whole. I see the card draw should be a big priority. X mana value should probably be avoided because you don't actually get mana to spend other than a really limited amount to help with triggering abilities kind of a thing, like a pay 1 mana, a tap to do something. You get some of that available to you. And so after, of course, powerful creatures are kind of a must, as is removal and counter spells. Haste can be a difference maker. So I've got some goals in mind as I enter this Omniscience draft.